Hello, guys. I'm your host, Lucie, and you're listening and watching to Eventually It All Connects. I'm here with a good friend of mine, which again I met at church.
All your friends you meet at church.
The only friends I have is the people at church. This way. But I'm here with Esther.
Hi.
And obviously, as you can read by the title, today's topic is female friendships. If you're a guy, I don't know if this will help you. If it doesn't, you can skip it. If it does, I don't know. Do you think it'll help the guys, or it's just?
I mean, if they want to learn more about females, why not?
That's true. That'll actually, the people that are wanting to date and going to that, this will probably actually help you.
It will help them with their female friendships as well, I guess.
That's true. There's that. But I don't know, I mean, because I think some of the questions or some of the things that we talk about might just portray towards like female friendships. But I mean, it could help them. Anyways, continue watching. And if you get through halfway and you see this is not helping me, I will allow you to get out.
You should keep watching to the end.
You should. Esther's a very interesting person.
LOL.
You'll have so much fun, even if you won't relate to it, but it'll be very interesting.
LOL.
But yeah, so every guest, I start off with a question, like the same question. Mm-hmm. And the question is there a time in your life where you didn't know it then, but are now realizing that eventually it all connected to today?
Not really. I can't say there's a period of time, but like probably a series of moments. You get what I mean?
Yeah, that's basically the same thing.
A period of time. I mean, like school. Obviously, if I did not end up becoming a doctor after going through medical school, that would have not made sense. You get. So I'm glad that during that period of time, the end goal was reached. You get what I mean? So yeah, I can say there are many periods of time or moments or situations where it's like, oh, if that didn't happen, then this wouldn't have happened. If that didn't happen, then this wouldn't have happened. So yeah, I guess yes.
But did you realize it then?
Of course not. I mean,
was it something that you're like, okay, I'm studying this to do it, or you're like, hey, I'm studying this, I don't know what the future's gonna hold, but I'm just gonna do it, and then?
I mean, I personally, because I did like medicine, allopathic medicine, Western medicine. So it was only during my internship year that I realized this is not for me. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I messed up, whatever. But then, long story short, the Lord opened up other doors, and now I'm doing natural medicine, which feels more like me. I feel more fulfilled doing natural medicine as opposed to the Western medicine I was doing before. So I guess that feeling of lack of fulfillment, because I was thinking maybe there's something wrong with me. I was like, oh, did I choose the wrong path? Why do I feel fulfilled doing this thing?
Yeah.
But then somehow I still remained in healthcare. Now I'm doing natural medicine and realizing, oh, maybe it is for me. I'm not so bad at this and I kind of like it. Yeah. So yeah, I can give that as an example.
That's actually, it's nice. Well, that makes a lot of sense, because you didn't think that you'd go into natural.
No, I didn't think I'd go into natural
medicine.
I really didn't.
And it's something that makes you happy, and you're like, yeah, I feel.
Yeah, it's more me. I feel like, yeah, this is more me.
We don't want chemicals.
Like chemicals or the drama of hospitals. I'm like, hospitals are not for me. I work at a clinic, so it's like so much better. By working in a hospital, all those hours you spent or whatever, I was like, you really need a certain type of passion, a certain level of passion. I didn't have that, so that's why I thought maybe I was in the wrong place.
Yeah.
It's only when I found natural medicine that I realized, oh, I was in the wrong place. You get?
You're like, now it makes sense.
Yeah, like now it's making sense that wasn't for me, because it just simply wasn't for me.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, hey. Shout out to all the doctors out there. You're doing a good job.
We appreciate you and we need you.
Yeah, needed, you know. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go this way.
Yeah. Which I mean, we also do need doctors, like
Of
natural
course,
doctors.
alternative medicine is great, especially for patients that have chronic issues that you find that Western medicine cannot really help with. So finding an alternative source or an alternative way of treatment is so much better for them, and we do end up having patients where it's like they feel better or they get better through natural medicine. So yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. That's nice.
Yep.
That's really nice. You guys have doctor friends. It helps a lot. Because then if you're actually feeling sick, you can go to them.
LOL.
For free.
Yeah, okay. Pay your insurance. Nothing is free in this life.
It's like not in this economy.
Not in this economy, sis. Doesn't work that way.
But yeah, that's good to hear. So today's topic is female friendships, and I think we're gonna dive deep into what it's like to have female friendships, because I feel like it's one of those topics that people don't talk about.
Female friendships?
Or at least I haven't heard much online and people talking about female friendships and what that really means. Because it's like, you can think like, yeah, I mean, okay, not saying girls aren't like supportive and girls aren't whatever. Like we are, but there's a side of us that I'm just like, what is wrong with us?
I think that's everyone though.
It is, but there's some things we do that obviously guys don't do.
Like squat pee?
Obviously. No, it's just our personalities. But then again, we were girls and guys were built different, but sometimes you're like, I wish we were like this. But anyways, it's just,
you wish you were a guy?
just more of like the way they act in their friendships.
You're gonna have to talk more about that. I mean, I might turn into your host.
I have questions for you.
You have questions for me, but now you're saying questionable things. So now I'm out here like, okay, should I ask you more? Go deeper.
No,
what do you mean that you wish like that? That we were like that?
Okay, so for instance, girls get very, I think the word is petty. I don't know if it's petty, but it's more of like and holding grudges more. Like when it comes to conflicts, we're not the greatest at it.
Okay.
With each other. Often as a kuta, like guys, when they're in conflicts, they can argue, they can whatever, and then they forget it. It's like a minute later, like, we're best friends again. It's done. And I mean, I don't want to say like, there's probably some guys that can be petty and are petty. Not saying all guys are like that, but it's just like the way they handle conflicts and the way we do is completely different. And I guess because I think I even realized this recently, but we're more emotional.
Okay.
Than guys are. So I'm like, it makes sense for us to act the way we act.
Emotionally?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just one of those things. I'm like, there's more drama with girls than with guys. At least I feel like it. Again, I'm not a guy, so I don't know if guys actually have dramas.
I mean,
or they're very good at keeping it.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you in that aspect. I don't know. I feel like drama just comes with people in general. You know, because for me, my drama wasn't really between me and my female people, my female friendships. It was more with me and my male friendships. But then at the same time, I feel
very
like
interesting.
Both sides are just dramatic sometimes.
That's true.
I just feel like drama just comes with people and the type of people and the characters that you have.
Yeah.
As opposed to it being like a gender thing or something to do with my sexuality or something, you know?
Yeah.
As opposed to, people are just weird.
People are just annoying.
Yeah, people are really just weird. Like, if you meet a weird character, you're gonna have weird drama. Like, it's like, hey, I don't know if it has to do with gender.
That's true.
You get what I mean? So,
no, that makes sense. But I think, again, everyone's like experience is different. Because like you said, you've had more drama with guys and girls. I am the complete opposite. Mimi, like, that's why I'm friends with more guys than girls. Because whenever I'm friends with women, there's always some sort of drama. With guys, there's
like,
none.
what sort of drama are you getting into with these women?
My friend, there's so many things. Like, you know, I don't know. I feel like
if you say you don't know, then is it really drama? Like, sis.
No, that's more going into deeper into details, which I
Like
don't
I
want to go
said,
into
I'll be
details.
asking you questions today.
You guys, this is now Esther's podcast, not mine.
Period.
The questions that I wrote for her, we might not even get through it.
You might not even get to them questions because you are here telling me things and not finishing. Like, what drama are you experiencing with girls that you're not experiencing with guys?
Okay, I'm gonna take a time because I think drama is probably the same in high school than it is, because again, it's human, and I mean, people do grow, but some people haven't grown. So for instance, in high school,
How long ago did you finish high school?
I graduated 5 years ago.
But your drama was from high school.
No, I have drama now, but it's just not
As dramatic.
Yeah, as dramatic as it was
So
back
you want
then.
to go into the really dramatic stuff when you were kids? Is that really
You know
gonna
what,
be
you guys?
Is that really gonna be helpful to the current
I'm
conversation? I mean, are you gonna expect deep female relationships from 12-year-olds? Like, come on now. I mean, if you are among those that can win in life and have deep female relationships from 12, then congratulations. Some of us were too busy thinking about what was happening, like on TV, like cartoons, and
To care about those other
to
girls.
care about like friendships, which are like, oh yes, this is my friend, ride or die. If she does anything, I will
be
burn
so
the bridge. And it's like, girl, I didn't have time. Like, I was too busy in my school and too busy at home and too busy caring about my cartoons and Hannah Montana to start saying, oh, female relationships are so traumatic. Like, come on. I mean, maybe because I was in school and I didn't really care what was really happening in school, but I'm assuming for people who were like really social in school, they probably had a lot of drama. I don't know. But majority of the drama in high school was probably like, oh, my crush is this person and that one also has the same crush, and that's the problem. And it's like, oh my God, he's giving her more attention, I hate her. That type of drama. But for me, it's like, ugh.
It's like, no, I'm too young for this.
I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, it was that thing. I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe that's the drama you're trying to
It's
say.
probably it.
Where it's like somebody had a crush on you and they didn't like you.
Thing is, nobody had crushes on me in high school, or even in school in general. Actually, funny enough, I'm gonna tell the story because it's actually funny. You're not gonna name the person, obviously, but there was this one time in 10th grade, 11th grade, I don't remember. I thought we were teenagers. I mean, we're still kids, but we're teenagers. Like, we're not 12-year-olds.
Like 13, 15, 14, like
16, 17, probably.
man, being my age now, I look back at myself when I was 16, I was like, bro, you were still a kid. Like, your mentality was still like 12.
And then you look at a 16 and 17-year-old right now and you're probably like...
No, I still look at them like, you a child. Like, do not think you're more than that.
But they don't act like a child.
I mean, maybe. Physically, they don't look that way because, life has changed. But in my mind, I'm like, nah, man. Yeah. Like, I don't expect a lot from a 16, 17-year-old.
That's true. But yeah, so that time... we actually ended up both liking the same person, and I didn't know she liked him, he didn't know, like, she didn't know I liked him, and I didn't know that she liked him as well. Anyways, I don't know if that's English, but
sounds like English, unless I can understand your language of your study.
But yeah, so I remember we both, and funny enough, we both told each other, like, yeah, I have a crush on this person. Like, didn't say the name, but it's like, I have a crush on someone. It's like, I have a crush on... It was so weird, honestly. Looking back, I'm just like,
cringe.
Why? Like, But yeah, and then obviously, like, in my head, because again, insecurities, I was like, well, she's prettier than I am, so the likelihood of... Okay, this was when I ended up knowing that we like the same person. But the way we found out is because we were at a sleepover with actually other friends of ours. And she was like, okay, I'll say my crush, say your crush, because obviously we're at that point, it's like, I want to know who your crush is and whatnot. So we both say it, like, we're like, okay, we'll say it at the same time and go 1, 2, 3, said the same name, and we started laughing. We're like, there's no way. Like, what are the odds? And again, it's just like I said, it was just one of those things where I was insecure, and I'm like, well, she likes him, I have no chance.
Were you friends with this person?
That's also another problem, is that I didn't know them and they knew me.
So you were not
we
friends
weren't
with them?
close. Like, she was close to this person than I was.
Okay.
Me, now I look back and I'm like, this is why I didn't have any successful life in high school, because I just didn't act on it. I just like a person from a distance, and it's like, that's it.
That's know.
But anyways, that was a very random story. But who were we talking about? I forgot what we were talking about.
Drama.
Yeah, so I feel like there's just a lot of drama that's associated with
being in a female friendship, even though that person was not your friend.
What do you mean?
You are not your friend. Does it apply to the context of this subject?
No, we're like legit best friends.
God, when you just said that you were not close, you didn't.
Oh no, I was close to her. I thought you meant the guy.
Oh, okay. So
I wasn't close to the guy.
Did that ruin your friendship? You having a crush on the same guy?
Actually, it didn't, because again, I think I just accepted. It's like, you know what, it is what it is. But
so where's the drama?
No, the drama came later on, of how we had this, again, small like girl gang friend group, and one of my friends, who's actually like I'm best friends with till today, she kind of left the group. Like, didn't like leave, but she was like, she went and found like another group of people that she could relate to more, because they were from like the same, like the people she went to hang out, they're from the same country. So she's like, hey, like I can like feel at home because I can relate to these people more. And so she kind of left, and for me, I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna stay in this group and whatnot. And there came a time where we were chilling during lunch, and then she was like, I don't know, there was this kind of like a new girl that came in the group, and the new girl was like, oh yeah, like I want to get to know this person and whatnot. And then the other girl, she's like, oh, her, you never know, like you can't really trust her.
I mean, I still see that type of stuff happening even now in this age.
Even though you're just like, the person, like, I don't know, because I think for me in my head, I'm like, I know her. And also she knows her. I'm like, why is she saying that? Like, it's just one of those things where it's like just to stir up drama.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I'm like...
Her own insecurities made her say that.
Because I'm like, she didn't do anything to make her think that.
It was her own insecurity. She was like, no, nobody can trust her, so all of you have to be on my side.
Just because she left the group.
Pretty much.
And it's like, so we can't... It's just one of those things, it's like, we can't have other friends besides the people in this group. Which, that was very toxic. I mean, I knew that, but it was like...
Territorial.
It's like, nope, you have to stick with us. If you leave us, then you're a horrible person. But yeah, so that was kind of, I think that's probably the biggest drama that I've ever faced. And I'm just like, yo, after that I was like, I need to be careful when it comes to being friends with females, because you need to make sure the person has a good heart. Again, not saying all female friendships are toxic, whatever, because there are female friendships that are work out and are really nice and I love. But it's just like, you have to, for me, I'm like, I feel like I have to be more careful with that than per se like being friends with the guy. Because again, it's just out of experience. So I've had more experience with drama with females than with guys, so I don't have to think about it much with guys. But yeah, that's, again, I don't even know if I answered your question.
I even forgot the question.
We just started talking. That's the whole point of a podcast.
Hello.
But yeah, do you have any more questions?
Well, since we're switching roles.
No, actually, be careful. Okay, so this is actually one I actually did want to hear your opinion on. But how important is emotional support in female friendships?
I feel like there's no other reason I'd have a female friendship.
If it's not for the emotional support.
If there's not for emotional support.
It's actually true though.
I mean, aside from like, you know, having someone to hang out with, and but then at the same time, it's like, let me break it down in terms of closeness. Just like how Pastor Matrona was talking today in terms of closeness with someone. There are those people who you don't really want to get close to, so it's like you don't expect emotional support from them. Yeah, where it's like, we will just be going out, you know, we are the crew that goes hiking, we're the crew that goes out for dinner, you know, banter, you know, soft life, excitement, exciting things, in a shop. Like if you really want to have like close relationship with someone, then obviously the emotional support has to be there. Like, period. it has to be there.
Yeah.
So the answer is how important. It's very important. Otherwise, why then would I have a friend that cannot support me emotionally, or whom I can also not support emotionally? Would I really be a friend to someone if I cannot support them emotionally?
Do you think societal expectations impact how women navigate female friendships?
Yes.
In what way?
Just like your example, when you are giving an example about two females that have a crush on a guy, you automatically thought, oh, she's prettier than me. You get?
Yeah.
What gave you that idea that someone is prettier than you if not society?
That's actually true. Because society has a certain
Where did
expectation
you get that
of
image of who's prettier than who? Like, what were you basing it on when you made that judgment?
That makes sense. Yeah.
What makes sense? I'm asking you legit.
No, it's because obviously, with her, she's much like, she's taller, first of all, she's skinnier, she's has longer hair, so obviously, I mean, like you said, it does, and that all goes back to society, and especially again social media, where you look like people say like this type of person is prettier, or this type of person is what guys are looking for. So that even like built up with a lot of insecurities with me, because I'm like, well, he's not going to like,
he's
if you just
automatically not gonna like you because you're automatically not the prettier girl, because automatically society has already said the taller, longer haired girl with a smaller frame is prettier than you. Yeah. So I feel like that happens a lot in female relationships, especially when you're trying to make female relationships. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like as females, maybe we not do it consciously, but subconsciously would automatically go for someone that would think looks like me, or looks like something close to what I look like. That way there's no competition. I put that in quotation because I feel like competitiveness among females is such a common thing, whether it's like passive or in your face. I feel like it's there automatically, because already we are judged based on what we look like in society, you know, by other people. So automatically would also judge people based off of what they look like.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
No,
and I'll give an example, like just like how you said in high school, we had a group of friends. We were all like just friends, right, in high school.
Yeah.
Then there was this one lady, I forgot what her name was, but she was really pretty. Automatically, everybody already saw her as the mean girl.
Oh yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Simply because she was what? Pretty.
Yeah.
Not that we had talked to her. Not that we had ever... She was not even in our class. I was a science student. She was like in arts.
Yeah.
But she was so beautiful. The guys liked her because she was beautiful. We all like pretty things. Automatically, girls were now like standing off saying, oh, she's really pretty. She must be mean.
I'm not gonna approach her.
I'm not gonna approach her. Stuff like that. Or, oh, she's really pretty. These guys are gonna like her. She's gonna, maybe all the men are gonna start going to her like, you know, like bugs. I don't know, like bees going for a flower, and now we'll be the flowers without bees.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing that's in your mind already. Like, it's not something that someone planted in me, where it's like, oh, somebody said something. It was just automatic among all of us. And I know it was automatic among all of us because there was one day we had a conversation with her, and everybody was opened up and said, yeah, I thought maybe you were not so nice because you are so pretty, but you're actually kind of sweet. And she was just there like, really? Like, she's new. She's literally new. She even came from outside of the country. She came from like Congo.
No way.
So she's out here. She only had one friend, and guess who the friend was? She's now a model. The friend that she made friends with is now a model in Tanzania. Just to show you that this girl that also was seen as beautiful was comfortable being in this presence of this other beautiful girl, because she never thought, oh, she's prettier than me, or she's gonna do this, or she's gonna do that. But then us less beautiful girls were automatically like, oh, she's mean. You get what I mean? So I feel like that type of, I don't know what makes us think that way. I really don't know if it's something that we were born with or if something that was given to us. But it's that thing where it's like in the high school, that was just automatic. You get now as I'm older, I'm like, bro, that's so dumb.
Really? Yeah, you look at those
It
stuff.
is so dumb, but it was something that we all felt without necessarily telling each other. It was just automatic until one day
Everyone felt that way.
Until one day we had a conversation, everybody was opening up and were like, oh, we thought you were mean because you were pretty. She was just there like, what?
It's like, why are you assuming based on my looks?
Bruh.
Just come talk to me. If I mean, when you come talk to me upward,
So
that makes sense.
yeah, I feel like that competitiveness really affects female friendships. Maybe in workspaces now, it would be more of the whole idea of a potential mating partner. You get what I mean? Where it's like, oh, this new person has come. The first thought among female colleagues will not be, let's try to make them fit in. It will be, let me try to check her out. Let me see what type of person she is.
Yeah.
Type of vibes.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So, I don't know. I feel like making friends, that's not the question, right? What was the question?
Do you think societal expectations impact how women navigate female friendships?
Yeah, I feel like it does. Like, it really does affect how women navigate friendships. Because it's like, if I already have friends, sour. You get what I mean? When it's like you're already friends. Like, when it's like that idea of now starting to make friends, I feel like with females, it takes
so
much longer.
So long.
You know, it takes much longer to get over the comparing me to you thing. Oh, how your hair is better than my hair. Your skin is better than my skin. Oh, she's prettier. Or I guess it takes longer to get past that before you can actually say, oh, let me sit down and actually get to know this human being for who they are and judge their character and see if that character is worth my friendship and someone I can trust and build a friendship with. You know, I feel like it takes long for females to get past all that. Because I even have a friend now, I'm not going to mention her name, but she's pretty, right? She's really pretty, and oftentimes she says that people always see her as being difficult to approach. It's so funny because she's pretty, so she's used to guys approaching her. She's used to girls telling her that she's difficult to approach. But it's that thing where I was like, girl, it's not you.
It's literally
legit not you. And it's like I have those issues. I don't have them now. Like for me, I can approach whoever. It's like whatever. If you like me, you like me. If you don't like me, that's on you. You know, I have no issues. But then we were getting close, and I was telling her, sis, it's not you. Trust me, because I don't see you as difficult to approach or anything. It's just, you know, in the female mind, she's already categorizing you as something to compete against.
Yeah, we're very competitive when it comes to each other.
When it comes to each other, there's a competitive. Wow. Competitiveness.
There you go.
That makes it difficult to get past the initial meeting of somebody.
Yeah.
You get?
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy because then it's like, it's one of those things I actually don't really like that as much as like it really sucks because it's like I can't change my looks.
Period.
Like what do you want me to do?
My looks, I can't change. Do you know how many times women have talked to me telling me the way I walk is showing off?
You kidding?
Bro. Like, I'm like, bro, what do you mean? Like, what?
No, that's actually crazy.
That's so crazy. And they're like, yeah, no, all of us have bodies like you. And I'm like,
what?
Is that why you don't want to have a conversation? Because in your mind, you're already painting me as something I'm not? Like, so, bro, like, what can I do?
It's crazy.
But it's crazy, right? Because I'm thinking, this was high school when it's like we're young, we're immature, our hormones are all over the place, you know, in this our big age.
Yo, you know how many times I've been in situations and I'm just like, I thought I left this in high school.
Bro.
You're like, we're all adults here.
Yeah.
Why can't we act like it's... But I'm like, I guess it just doesn't leave the female mind.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's always this competition. If it's not about her body, it's about her looks. If it's not about her looks, it's about her style. It's not about her style, it's about her mind. Maybe she's smarter than you. I don't know. Maybe she has a better accent or something. Like, it's always something. And I'm just like, hey, man, if she's cool, she's cool.
It's literally that's
like,
simple.
It's really that simple.
That's why it's even with me, I mostly look at personality because I'm like, if you're nice, whatever you have, I do not mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to be friends with a nice person.
I just want to be friends with a nice person. But I also not an issue. I don't have an issue being friends with a mean person if they approach me as someone who's a mean person. You get what I mean?
I actually don't.
You don't get what I mean? You know that there's people that like to pretend to be nice, but
Most people
really
are like, I'm out.
not nice. You get? So it's that thing where, especially another way I feel like society affects women is that needing to be nice thing. When you need to be smiling, you need to be soft and gentle, you need to be this way, that way you're perceived that some way. And I'm thinking, bruh, just come to me with like your rock star energy. Like, I'm cool. I'd rather have you in your natural state than you pretending to be something you're not. Because I remember even in high school, I'm getting this example from high school because that's when I had like the most raw. I was so raw with people where it's like, bro, I don't like you. I don't know why, but there's something about you I don't like, so let's not be friends. But yeah, there was a person that she came to me. She was always smiling. She was light skinned, always smiley, always telling us about her family. But it's like, for me, I was like, okay, you're always telling me stories about the good parts. I was out here asking her like real questions, real deep questions, and she was not answering.
Come on, this started a while back.
Yeah, I was asking her because for me it's like I want to grow deep relationship with
Emotional.
people. Yeah, I want to get to know you for you. I don't want the surface. That I don't do small talk. I hate small talk.
I don't like it either.
I don't like small talk. Like me, I can meet you and start to talk about random things, but many people tend to be standoffish with that. So you'll find that, oh yeah, banter. But then this particular person in high school, she was new to school, and I remember her. I'm not gonna mention her name, but it's that thing where she would always talk about the nice parts about her family and her family life, about how they're rich and all these things. And I was like, that sounds great and all, but I want to know you. Like, what about you and what's going on with you? And it's like she didn't want to share. She didn't want to, be open. So for me, I was like, this is giving shady. Like, for me, I was like, you seem a little shady. You only want to share the good parts, the pretty picture of you being all smiley and sweet and soft. Only to learn a few years later that she was actually not so great. She was out here like messing with people's like boyfriends and stuff like that. She was out here doing all these things, and I was like, I saw it. But
I felt it.
I felt the energy where I was like, you're trying to be something you're not. Like, you are trying to be smiley and happy and whatever, so you are perceived a certain way. Maybe so you can be perceived as approachable. Maybe, I don't know. With females, that's what we're taught to be. Oh, smiley. That way we look approachable. You cannot be a female with an eyebrow. You cannot be a female like who's just
straight face.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, I'm happy in the inside. Like, I cannot be approachable like that. You have to be, you know what I mean? Because with guys, do you really see guys being all smiley?
Actually, that's true.
It's like, they're like, oh yes, let's be stoic. Yes, this is an attractive thing. Now, if as a woman I want to be stoic, it's like, what's wrong with you?
Literally.
Like, what's wrong with you? That's not female energy. Literally. And I'm thinking, what exactly is female energy? Like, you get?
That
so I feel like with society, because even in the workplace, if someone's making you uncomfortable, you still have to be smiley. You cannot be like, hey, can you stop? You can't be stern because apparently that's not feminine or whatever. So it tends to affect even females in how we approach each other. We cannot be honest that your outfit is ugly. You get what I mean? It's, great.
If you say it's ugly, you're being too mean, you're being too judgmental.
You're being too judgmental. Does this make me look fat? Yes, darling. But that's okay. Like, it's alright. You get?
Literally.
And I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like it really does affect like how a woman would want to, first of all, be perceived, and if she would be willing to show up genuinely in a conversation as truly herself to get to be known and to know others, or if she's just doing it because it's what's expected.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think, I don't know whether it's because I'm a female or whatever, but I remember this one time I was walking, like leaving class to go to the bus, basically, in, again, high school. And there was, I don't know. So for me, when I'm tired, you'll see that I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's
like, bro, am I gonna pretend to not be tired?
I'm like, my face will show that I'm tired. I'm not faking nothing. So especially when I'm like, I just want to like let's say for me, like with school, I was like, I just want to get home and focus on that. Like I don't want to focus on anything else but getting home.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired. So like those two combinations basically. And so I remember I was walking outside, and then this sort of, it was like a sheriff or whatever that was in the school. This was in America. And he was like, smile, why aren't you not smiling? I'm like,
I'm punching your face.
no, actually I didn't do that. I smiled obviously because I'm like but in my head, or like looking back, or even like when I went home, I was just like, what is there to smile about? Like literally, I'm at school. I don't want to be here. I'm tired.
Bro.
I just want to go home, and you're telling me smile. Which is really interesting, that memory is like stuck with me till today.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things. I'm like, why?
Why
do I have to smile?
Like,
I don't go walking around going.
No, like what am I, a golden retriever?
I'm like, no. For me, I'm like, if I'm tired, you will see. If I am upset, you will see. That's why even sometimes
if I'm angry, you will see.
You will see. But that's why there's even times like I would find myself, again, which is the reason I say I cannot hide it. It's because I even like, let's say it's going to like church, for instance. Like, not saying that I'm trying to like, I definitely don't want to bring my negative energy in church, or even not even just church, anywhere I go. I don't want to bring my negative energy. And so I remember actually a couple of times, again, it's probably the people that actually know me, but there's been a couple of times I go to church really tired, or I go to church upset, and you have one or two people are like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. It's like, are you sure? Because you're not your usual self. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so I just like say either I'm tired or I'm like not doing well or whatever. But it's just one of those, it's mostly the people that, like I said, that know me.
Yeah.
Obviously they're used to seeing me all like bubbly and happy and talking a lot. So obviously those days are like, it's not her normally. And even the days that I am happy and bubbly, I'm not faking it, because those days I'm like, I actually am
happy and I'm bubbly.
And I will talk a lot, and I can talk a lot. But it's just one of those things. It's like, I don't want to fake it, because faking it is so much work.
So much work, fam. Really
I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather people ask me, are you okay, than me fake being okay.
Yeah.
Especially sometimes I'm like, I don't have to explain myself and I don't have to whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's just so much work.
It's just so much work trying to be fake.
I can't keep that smiley figure. Which I think another reason why also I can't do greetings at church.
No, I can smile.
But I think because that's for a period of time, like it's not really for a long time. So like, okay, between that time, let's just do it, and then we'll go back to our normal face. And that's it. But yeah, I mean, it's very, I don't know, it's just kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I keep forgetting what I'm actually talking about.
I'm talking about the society and how it might affect female friendship.
Yeah, so it's just the whole having to be fake, or being fake, like how you were saying with a friend of yours in high school who was just faking me. First of all, I hate those people. I'm like, bro, if you're mean, just show you're mean straight up.
You just show me straight up that you're a mean individual. That way I know how to approach you. If you are a certain type of individual, then be that. Otherwise, trying to be something you're not, and then expecting a friendship to come out of it, that's a lie. Like, that's just a lie.
It really is.
It's not gonna happen. You cannot be a friend with someone who is not real with even themselves. Like, how?
It's actually, and then I've even learned this. I'm like, someone can only fake something
for so long. Exactly. So like, they probably do have their real friends, and their real friends are not you.
Like, even like, let's say, for instance, even being in a relationship, not even just females, even though this is completely off topic, but being in a relationship, like, you come to know someone's true colors after like probably a month or two, whatever, because they can't be fake for so long. Like, if you think, oh, this person's really nice, they're probably whatever, right now, for me, I'm just like, just wait.
Good luck being fake in marriage.
Just wait 2 months, 3 months. If they're able to keep up that thing, like, not saying that there's people, like, there's some people that are generally nice and can whatever, and I'm like, that's great, you found someone, but I'm like, you need to be careful.
Yeah, period.
And you need to watch out, because, like I said, people can't fake it for a long time.
No, for a long time.
And you'll see, like, oh, this is how, and then you get upset, be like, oh, Suji, I didn't see this before. I'm like, bro,
humans showing you themselves, fam.
Obviously, they're gonna be fake beforehand. So, what I normally do, at the end of each podcast is I read Bible verses, because as the title said, eventually it all connects, which it all connects back to what the Bible says about friendships. Obviously, the Bible doesn't have like, or I couldn't really find like specific verses on female friendships specifically, but friendships in general, is what I found. So the first one, which the thing that I love about God is that he's very straightforward. He's like very direct. He's like, listen, there's no beating around the bush. I'm telling you as it is. But this one, it's 1 Corinthians 15:33, and it says, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character.
Yeah, period.
And I'm like, that is actually so true. Like, it's not rocket science.
It really is not. Like, if you don't know that by now, then I don't know how to help you.
It's like, what else? I don't know what else to teach you, because that's as straight as it's gonna be.
If you want to know someone, you see their friends. Like, watch their friends. Birds of a feather.
It's that simple. But yeah, and then there's another one where it says Philippians 2 verse 4, and it says, let each of you look out not only for his own interests but also the interests of others. And again, that also like helps, because it's like, do not be selfish. Be selfless instead of selfish. So it's like, just, it's kind of even teaching how Christ, because Jesus Christ was not selfish, and he was looking out for the interests of others, not himself. So it's basically just be like, hey, just be like Christ, but which is basically, because it's in Philippians, the New Testament, so it's like, that's basically what he's saying. And then the next one is 1 John 4:11, and it says, dear friends, since God loved us that much, we surely ought to love one another. Again, sometimes we're humans. We can do stuff that's like, that you're just like, why?
It's not loving.
That's not loving. But I'm just like, that just makes me kind of see how more, I don't know if the word is corrupt the world is, but just how bad it is, because I'm like, I look at wars and I'm like, why can't we just love one another?
That's the question. That's the age-old question.
Like, I don't know. I'm just like, it's not that hard.
I mean, it is that hard.
It actually kind of is. Because even me, look at myself, I mean, some people, I'm like,
that hard. When sin came into the world, that's exactly what left the world was love. The whole idea of caring for one another and taking care of one another. Because even with Cain, when Abel was killed by him, and God was like, your brother's blood is calling out to me. Like, what did you do? And Cain was like, am I my brother's keeper?
Which is so weird.
You get what I mean? And it's that thing where it's like, sorry, that was like, sin came into the world. Even Adam was like, this woman that you gave me, Lord, she's the one that made me fall. You get? So it's like, automatically, everybody is already self-centered and self-seeking.
That's true.
You get? That's just human nature. Even a child is always crying because of itself. As a baby, you're crying because of yourself. You want to be fed. You want to be taken care of. So even as we age and we get better and we get older, we want to feel loved and we want to feel taken care of. We want to feel cherished. But then it's like doing that part of loving and cherishing. You know, it's something that is give and take. It's not something that's one-sided.
That's true.
It was Jesus Christ that came and died for us on the cross as proof of God's love for us.
Yeah, and how we have to love others. How we ought to love others.
Set an example.
Yeah.
But without the Holy Spirit, sis,
you can't.
Woo!
And it's one of those things. It's like, I don't know, because I feel like God is like, I did not want this.
Yes, period. God Himself is love.
He's like, I was not intending for this to happen in the beginning.
God Himself is love, so He was not intending for people not to be able to take care of each other. You get? Because even in terms of friendships, it's give and take. I'm giving you my love, you're giving me your love. We are growing together in whatever capacity as friends. You get what I mean? Where it's like you are given your family, but then you can still create a family like with your friends. You can still create a community with people who are around you.
That's true.
You get? So sometimes family is not gonna be loving and kind, but then even the word Bible says where a friend is there in times of need and a brother is there for times of adversity. You get? When he says that, I don't think he means like a blood brother, but a friendship where it's like you're close enough to call each other brothers and sisters and whatever.
That's true. But anyways, that's the podcast. Again, could talk for hours. Might do a part 2. We'll see. But anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for listening. If you're watching, thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming through.
No stresses.
Appreciate it so much.
No problem.
And yeah, see you guys in the next episode. Bye. You're not